What are you doing, Sheldon? Hey guys, for today's video, oh my ears have gone all a bit weird. For today's video, we're going to do or talk about something different. Not really different, but maybe a different perspective. So, we're nice and relaxed. I'm on my bed, I'm in my hoodie, I've got a coffee to try and make myself feel a bit more comfortable talking through this video. I've also got no makeup on, although I did have makeup on, so I've probably got like remnants of mascara still left. Today's video we're going to talk about my anxiety. I've spoken about this quite a few times lately. I'm trying to be more open with myself and other people and just more open about it. But most of the videos that I've made, and most of the time I'm talking about it here, it's about ways to cope and deal with it, and I've tried this new technique and it's really working, or I've tried this and this is helping. And I wanted to make this video to sort of not tell you it doesn't work, because that's not what I want to say, but I worried that explaining all these different techniques that I've discovered to help me cope with my anxiety, that you might get the wrong idea that they work. It sounds so stupid, but I can't think of how to put it into words. They do work. The techniques that I've been talking about have been helping me. However, it doesn't mean that I don't still struggle. So I wanted to talk today about something that happened recently, and I want to take you through leading up to this event and the event itself, and not how I coped, because I didn't cope. I didn't have an anxiety attack, quite, almost. I didn't, and I didn't cry, almost, but I didn't. So I'm taking it as a win. However, I felt the need to come on here and say that it's okay to have times where it doesn't work and you just don't cope, because I really struggled with this thing that happened, and even now it's weird to talk about it. And it's nothing major, it's nothing like, oh my god, it's just my brain doesn't work the same way other people's do. So me and Chris recently went to Manchester, and it's about an hour's drive from here, but we drove and got the train, so it was about an hour and a half away. Hour and a half it took. We went to Manchester. Leading up, and just going to Manchester is quite scary, but leading up to going to Manchester, I really struggled. Just, not even just leading up to it. I suppose I should explain from the beginning, really, rather than just halfway through a story. We were going to Manchester, careful Chuck. We were going to Manchester to watch Simple Plan, which is great. I signed up for like their fan club, which can get you into sound check. Great. I was very scared because I didn't know Chris isn't technically supposed to be able to come with me, so I was going to have to go by myself. And I had to wait about 3 weeks to find out whether I had got in, and then I had to wait another couple of days to find out what time I needed to be there and what I needed to do, and for me that wasn't enough time to prepare. So from the moment I signed up for this sound check, I sort of went into overdrive and didn't really sleep very well. My eating hasn't been the greatest, like I haven't got the greatest eating habits lately. And we went on Wednesday. It is Sunday when I'm filming this, but I'm not sure when it will go up. We went on Wednesday, and from about Saturday night last week, I just couldn't sleep at all because I knew it was getting closer. So I was not sleeping at all at night. I was getting 4 hours at the most each night, and I was having problems eating because I felt so sick, and my chest hurt a lot. I actually had to take my inhaler every single day, which I don't really take my inhaler very often, but I had to take that every single day because my chest was just so tight that I couldn't hello. I couldn't take like a full breath in, and this was from Saturday to Wednesday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so for 5 days I felt like that. And then Wednesday came and I didn't sleep Tuesday night, of course I didn't sleep, and I woke up on Wednesday morning and I was so exhausted and tired and I didn't feel well and my stomach hurt and I felt like I was going to throw up and my head hurt and my chest hurt and everywhere was just, it's not a nice feeling. Anybody that suffers with anxiety knows that feeling, and that feeling didn't go away for the rest of the day. So we left our house about 9:30 to get to the train station, but we were running late, so I didn't think we were going to make the train, and I'd already pre-booked our tickets, so I thought, and my anxiety goes into overdrive, then if we don't make our train, are they going to let us get on the next train, and blah 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 blah, stuff like that. We eventually we made it just in time. We got to the station just as our train was about to pull in, and then we got to Manchester and it was great and we made it and it was fine. But all day, so we got to Manchester about 11, soundcheck didn't start till 3:30, so we had a whole day in Manchester, and that was my plan. I'd booked it that way so we could spend a whole day in Manchester. I wouldn't have to sit at home and think about it because I was worried that I wouldn't go. And the plan didn't work. I just spent the entire day panicking and worrying and feeling sick, and I couldn't drink anything. I bought a bottle of water in the morning and I ended up throwing it away about 4 o'clock because I'd just not touched it and I was carrying it in my hand. So I didn't drink anything and I didn't eat anything. We went to McDonald's about 12 o'clock and I managed the mozzarella sticks. I had 3 mozzarella sticks and it was at 12 o'clock, and then I just couldn't eat. My chest hurt, my head hurt, I kept feeling sick. We walked around the museum, but I don't remember what we saw at the museum because I was so like this, and I kept checking the time and it was closer and closer, and oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and my chest hurt and I just needed to sit, and all day I felt like I was going to cry and that I was going to have a panic attack. And I tried to put into place the things I've learned about when your anxiety flares up like that, and it did help. I didn't have a panic attack. However, I kind of wish I had, because then it would have been done and over with and it would have been okay. I wish I could have just let the anxiety take me over, but I didn't. I fought against it every single second of that day, and it was horrible. It sucks. Like, I should have been so excited. Like, it should have been freaking awesome, but I was not excited and I was not happy. And then I was queuing and it was about 4:30 before we were even let in, so I was in a queue for like 2 hours nearly when I wasn't supposed to be. So the longer I sat there, the more I was like, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be here, I want to go home. I was shaking, I couldn't catch my breath. I could feel, you know when you feel your eyes start welling, not gonna cry, not gonna cry. But I wish I had a cup of my coffee. We were waiting outside, and what should have been incredibly exciting, and I told myself, this is an exciting thing, you don't need to be anxious and nervous about this. Sometimes it doesn't matter how much you tell yourself, you know, your thoughts are stupid. Sometimes they just take over and there's just nothing you can do about it, which sometimes I'm fine and sometimes I can think this is stupid, don't be worried about it, but other times, like last week, I just couldn't not think about it. I know I'm not looking at the camera, but it's really, yeah, it was difficult. We did sound check. Chris did come in with me, which was better. I met one of my friends there, so that made it a lot easier as well, talking to her and being able to relax a little bit because you had to make conversation with people. So I did sound check and it should have been exciting, but it wasn't. And I hate that I hate that I couldn't enjoy it. I told myself I wouldn't cry. I hate that I couldn't enjoy it because it's something that I've wanted to do for, I don't know, more than 10 years maybe, I'm not sure, and I finally did it, and it wasn't enjoyable, and it should have been. I'm not the greatest in social situations, as we know, and this was very social, and having to make small talk with people that I don't know is horrific, but having to make small talk with people that I don't know that's in my favourite band is incredibly difficult. And I spoke to them, and it was what it was, and it should be a good memory, but I was so scared and so anxious that my brain just didn't work, and I hate it, but it is what it is, and I don't want to cry on the internet. I don't know where to take it from here because I'm really struggling to talk right now. What should have been an exciting moment for me turned out into a horrible moment, and it wasn't for any reason at all. It wasn't, they were lovely, everybody was lovely. It's just my brain. I think my anxiety had got to that point in that day where I felt like I was going to explode, and I couldn't talk and I couldn't think, and I'm more annoyed than anything because I should have been able to enjoy it, but I couldn't, and it sucks, and I keep replaying it over and over in my mind, and it sucks because if you have anxiety, then you know that you will repeatedly go over situations in your brain that you've been in or that have happened, and you always criticise every single thing that happened. And I just keep thinking back, and I wish I could be this person that I am inside my mind that is happy and that can talk to anybody, and it's like my favourite band since I was like 14. I should be really excited to talk to them like one-on-one in a proper situation, but I feel I don't know how to take it right now. So that was that. And we laugh. I'm just going to leave it at that because there's nothing to say. Like, it was fine, it was great, it was awful, and I hated every second, and I don't know if I'd do it to put myself through it again, which I hate myself for. I hate myself so much for that, but after that things were okay. I couldn't stop shaking. My friend that we met when we were there was like, are you really cold or are you still just shaking? Because I was like trying to hold my phone, but I was like, I can't, and I couldn't breathe and I couldn't stop shaking, and my stomach hurt and I felt sick and almost cried. I didn't. And I was okay then. After the sound check had been done, we ate. Well, I didn't eat, I had some chips, like 6 chips, because I just couldn't eat a thing. I had a glass of water because I still couldn't drink anything. I was getting stomach pains, like excruciating stomach cramps, and my chest felt like somebody was still sitting on it, and I couldn't stop shaking and I couldn't get warm. I was freezing. And we went to the gig, and it was great, it was fine. I didn't, like, stand down at the bottom where normally I would. But mainly for two reasons. Like, one, I just was like, I can't be bothered. Like, I'm not really, I feel a bit too old to be in a pit. Like, the other reason is, I think I was so exhausted and my anxiety was already at such a peak that I thought I need to just sit and just sit. So I did. I sat on the balcony and watched the show from the balcony, and then we came home and it was done and the day was over. I still didn't eat and I didn't drink anything. Well, no, I had a bottle of water during the concert, but I didn't eat anything until like the next afternoon. And even now, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's 4 days later and I'm still trying to get my appetite back because I still feel sick and I still can't sleep and I still have tightness in my chest because I keep replaying the day back in my mind and I keep telling myself off because it was stupid to be so nervous. It was stupid to get myself so anxious, and I know that. I know that my anxiety is stupid and that it's not real. But sometimes you can't get out of your own brain. Sometimes all these techniques that you can learn and coping mechanisms, I couldn't get that one out then, sometimes they don't work. And that is mainly the base of this video, is if you are trying to get better and make a difference like I am, it's okay to have days, weeks where life is just shit and you can't get out of your own mind and your anxiety is just overrunning your entire life. It is okay to have days and moments like that because it's not an easy road. Some days are going to be a breeze and some days you'll get through it without even thinking about your anxiety, and other days you will have days where it is hard to get out of bed because the day is too long. But that's okay because it's all part of learning and accepting things. You should never accept your anxiety as part of you because it's not. It is something inside of you. It is not who you are. But it is a huge part of your life and it's not going to just go away overnight, and it's just a thing that looms every single second, but it's that is the main base of this video, the main point that I'm trying to get across really through all of this. I don't even know if I'm going to upload this, I'll have to rewatch and see. But the point is that it is easy to talk about making a difference and making a change and look at this, I've found this new technique and this is working really well and yay. But in real life it doesn't happen overnight. It is not going to be waking up one morning and you're fixed, you're fine, you're better now. It's not like that. And sometimes the techniques that you learn you aren't going to be able to apply them to every single situation. But even just one. I had a shit day on Wednesday, but I didn't have an anxiety attack and I didn't cry. That is my win for that day, because throughout the entire day I just kept telling Chris I wanted to go home, but I didn't. I could have, but I didn't. So that for me is a win, even though I struggled and it was the hardest day I've had in a long time. I didn't let my anxiety win and I did it. I may have hated it, but I did it. And the point I'm making is that it's okay to have crap days. That is it. That is the point of this video. It is okay to just feel shit. But you have to remember to take the good with the bad. And yeah, we all learned stuff about me today, didn't we? Yay. I hope in some part that this video might have helped at least one person maybe, or informative for at least one person. I hope that it can do something for somebody. If you have any questions or advice or just want to talk, then please comment or go over to my Twitter and we can have a good old chatter on there. It's very important to thank you for watching this video. I hope that you will be nice to me and you won't all think that I'm a weirdo, because the internet can be an awful place. So I'm hoping that everybody will be nice. But that is it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.